Good evening, everyone. My name is DeMarcus Jackson. I'm 18 years old, and I've been with CASA for about a little bit over 10 years. I'm, I'm also studying to be a paramedic or an EMT in the near future. Lastly, I would like to thank everyone who's here today, my amazing family members that are here, and also my gorgeous girlfriend who has helped me along these years with everything.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Gerardo Rodriguez. I have been at CASA for about 5 years. A few years ago, I was looking for something extra to do, and I discovered SF CASA. And what a better thing to do than to help a youth.
When I first met Geraldo, I was around the age of 13. During that time, I was also in a group home. I would say the words that I felt during that time was chaotic. I was also in a dark place. And I was also in transitional school for behavior. I remember when my therapist brought me from my group home room into my living room, and when I first saw Geraldo, I was very I've seen so many people come into my life and out my life very fast. And I didn't want to give him, too much information. I gave him simple one-word answers and wasn't exactly welcoming.
Very true. When I got sworn in as a CASA, I was very excited to begin the process to meet my youth. I definitely approached the situation like many new CASAs do, and to quote the famous little mouse that some of you may remember, I definitely was, here I come to save the day, which I think CASAs know what that feels like. When the day came, I was definitely extremely nervous. I remember sitting in the living room in the house where DeMarcus was placed. The place was dark. A lot of kids running around. It definitely felt chaotic. So when the therapist came in with DeMarcus and introduced us, I sensed his apprehension, and you already heard a little bit as to why. So we decided to take a little walk outside, and I asked a lot of questions, maybe a little too many.
Too much.
And he was giving me practically one-word answers. So quickly I realized that I needed to modify how I was going to approach the situation and allow him the space to open up at his own pace.
Over time, Geraldo kept showing up for me almost every day, constantly. I would like to share a couple moments that I know that I will always remember. I remember one time in Alamere Falls, despite getting stung by wasps and lots of hiking, miles of hiking.
The pandemic.
Yeah, in the pandemic. We were midway to stop to eat some lunch that Geraldo prepared sandwiches for me. It was at a nice beach, but I dropped my sandwich in the sand. I was upset. I deserved the sandwich. I worked lots. But I remember looking at Geraldo eye to eye, and he was saying, "Don't worry about it. It's okay. You can have my sandwich." During that time, I've never really felt like somebody has cared for me so much and given something up that they didn't have to. So I felt, cared for, and it really made me understand that he was actually invested in me and wanted the best for me. Shortly after I graduated my 8th grade graduation ceremony in Tracy, California.
That's right.
I remember all of my friends had their family members, their loved ones, and friends. Me, I had nobody there during that time. But I remember scanning the crowd, and I saw Geraldo, my number one supporter. I had the biggest smile on my face, and wow, there's one person here, and it's him. It was just very special. I didn't really enjoy Tracy. It was out of the way. I was born and raised in San Francisco, so I'm used to the fast city lifestyle. But I remember a lot of meetings that we had for me to come back to San Francisco, and Geraldo always advocated for my return back home to San Francisco. And shortly after, it happened.
That's right. I know Tracy was tough for DeMarcus, but my goal was to make his experience as normal as possible. Certainly moving between San Francisco and Tracy. I remember driving him to his first homecoming dance. There he was in my car, wearing this wonderful suit. He looked so handsome. When we got there, it was time to drop him off. He asked me to help him with his tie. This was really the first time that he, for lack of a better word, was vulnerable with me, sort of helping him with this tie. And I knew that's where the trust was starting between the two of us. Another wonderful, wonderful memory is a few weeks after that, he wanted to show me the neighborhood where he grew up. He grew up in the Tenderloin here in San Francisco. It was at night. We were walking in some sketchy streets, and I truly felt nervous, first and foremost for him, but also for myself. And he noticed that. He noticed that I was nervous, and he stopped and looked at me and said, "Don't worry, I grew up in this neighborhood. People know me. As long as you're with me, you're gonna be okay." I mean, it just showed that the trust was continuing to grow. He has always been very savvy about his rights as a foster care youth. However, as a CASA, I do have to advocate on his behalf as part of my duty. Like the time he was assigned a shadow in his first year of high school due to behavioral issues. But for those of you who don't know what a shadow is, it was an adult that would follow him around every day in school. So imagine this, new high school, first year of high school, and he has someone following him around. And this is a time where I definitely advocated for what he wanted.
The road has definitely not been easy with me and Gerardo, or any relationship that I've had, you guys probably know, the relationships go up and down.
That's right.
But I remember a specific moment. I look back and laugh because I was hard-headed during that time and didn't really look at I was gonna say I was hard-headed during the time.
Yes, he was.
But we were at Dolores Park. It was around the pandemic, and these new electric scooters came out along the Dolores Park area. And I really wanted to ride them. It was reckless, fun, and it was really bright. When I was that age, I wanted to have fun recklessly.
Sometimes a little too.
But I remember him saying, "Let's not do that. It's not safe." And I was like, "No, I really want to do it." I pushed him really hard, not physically, mentally. With just like, "No, I think we should do it." Just giving him ways to making him say yes, but it did not happen. But we found an outing shortly after. We went to Buy Right Ice Cream. It was really close to where we went, and we finished our night with having ice cream. Very special, and good ice cream. From early on until this day, and over 5 years, I get daily motivational texts from him every morning. And even to this day, I remember. I remember the specific text I got this morning. He said, "Cuzzo, you have everything together. We're prepared. Let's go out there and share our amazing story." It meant so much to me and gave me, more confidence to come out here and share my amazing story with you guys.
DeMarcus and I have shared a lot of wonderful experiences. We visited many places. We have a running joke that we probably have been to half of the restaurants in the city of San Francisco. In these outings, we've run into wasps, as you heard, deer, coyotes. Like this particular evening, we were at Coy Tower. It was a beautiful, warm evening in San Francisco, and we were about to leave. We turn around, and there's a coyote staring at us. Whoa. But a table away. What did DeMarcus do? He bolted.
Ran fast as I can.
What I remember is I stayed behind and bravely faced the coyote. However, DeMarcus tells me that I screamed really loudly.
Really loud.
Ran behind him. It was an evening that I will not forget. We will not forget, and definitely full of adrenaline. Very special. Just as special, by the way, is when we celebrated his 18th birthday, almost seven months ago or so. Yes. I made a reservation at Epic Restaurant, overseeing the Bay Bridge. Beautiful.
Really nice.
It was definitely an extravagant celebration. DeMarcus, feeling all grown, decided to order probably the most expensive cut of meat on the menu. Yes, he did tell me that it was probably the best meat he had ever had, and he deserved it. But on the way home, I remember asking him, we were on the train and asking him, so are you tired? I mean, teenager, right? Are you tired of me texting you every day? And he gave me this DeMarcus look and said, thought about it, is like, absolutely not.
No way.
They motivate me every day when you text me, and please don't stop. DeMarcus, yes. As you approach this big milestone of graduating high school, becoming, yes, becoming an EMT or a paramedic or both, yes, I am extremely, extremely proud of you. I am just honored. The person that you have become today, it's amazing, it's beautiful. I want you to know that I'm super proud of you. I love you, and I will always be here for you.
Geraldo, I couldn't do this without you. You know that you are more than a casa. You're family to me. You're my Theo.